This is Salamancer. I'm going to talk really fast for the rest of this introduction. Oh my god, okay. That's enough of that. But we are going to be casting some more ESEA open action, solving some practical problems, and doing all kinds of stuff with our good friend the engineer. This is Rastsy. At least that's what he's calling himself right now. From Hard to Kill Gaming. This is ESEA open, and it's on my favorite map, Gravelpit. So we're going to be watching some awesome G-Pit action between two teams that are still in the playoffs. This round was... Sorry, this is lower round 4, which does mean that whoever loses this, once again, out of the tournament. I've been casting a lot of those recently, and we've got a soldier getting his nice heals up here. He's wearing his, oh, okay. He's got a balloon. I want a balloon, although it's not quite physically accurate. And, okay, he's putting on a little dance show for us. So, Hard to Kill already setting up with the sick dance strats here as we get ready for the game to start on Gravelpit. Yes, my favorite map. You get to see some awesome strats sometimes. Although other times people just kind of get weird. But already we do have what are called Scottish resistance stickies down there. And if those explode correctly, you saw that at least one of the stickies was destroyed from this red trap, but not all of them. And the Scottish resistance, really, people only ever use it to... Oh, okay, just barely juked that one. And of course, there will be a bunch of stickies coming out here and trying to deal some damage to the invading team. But yes, Scottish resistant stickies destroy other stickies. So Gravelpit's one of those few maps where these situational weapons and situational stuff really work very well. Shootist going back to point B. It looks like they are going to do for a standard suicide into their enemies. And Ricky going to have to retreat there, but he didn't actually die, which is good for him. Didn't get any kills, though, either, which is bad for him. What you want to see is, well, you want to see the blue team if you're rooting for the blue team, which I mean the server depopulation squad. I don't know, they sound like trolls, but whatever. Maybe we're rooting for them. What you want to see them do is get a suicide out there, force the enemy medic on his Uber, and then you have a big Uber advantage, and that is not what's happening right now. So we've got the engineer with his sentry setup, which is very, very standard for Gravelpit. You gotta love to see players forced to off class if they want to play the best they can. Shootist taking out a teleporter, so yes, there's definitely attack coming through C. Thing is, Hard to Kill Gaming, they know this. They know there's an attack coming through here now. They are going to be ready for this, and they're going to try to force an Uber coming out of one of these doors, rather than forcing it, waiting until the enemy gets to their sentry before the Uber, because they'd rather keep their sentry alive. I mean, obviously. And the best way to do that is to be very aggressive in how far forward they hold. They haven't done that just yet, although some nice damage coming into the soldier as he jumped. He's still got a lot of health, though. The Uber is now popped for Hard to Kill, and somehow they all died, completely missed. Insomniac going crazy, and Ricky did as well. So it was the Demo Man, I think, that did most of that damage. Got in around behind and just wrecked the team. So Hard to Kill Gaming all of a sudden losing point B very quickly. And that's really not good for them, especially because the enemies are already out here starting to spam their doors. They're taking a little bit of damage. Rast is going to have to be very careful about what he does here, but they are at least getting jabbed. Jav, the heavy weapons guy, up onto the point, which will keep it held down for a little while. Thing is, defending point C, it can be more difficult depending on how you do it than defending point B. Usually should be. So you can keep your heavy up here, but the thing is, he's probably only going to have 300 health most of the time because the medic shouldn't be staying up there. If you keep your medic up there, the medic will just die so fast. All kinds of spam will just ruin his day. Heavy did actually get up behind, though, and Wireless Fox, the medic, who has been on this channel like a billion times, but is almost always an ESEA open. Wireless Fox going to hang out with the Heavy up here, which is a little bit weird. I've never seen a med actually get up here before and decide to stand there. So already we're seeing some awesome new strats shifting the metagame here in ESEA Open. And Gravelpit, I mean, what better map to do it? It's Gravelpit. It's great. He's completely unsnipable right now. Enemy could not do anything about this. They have to basically jump a soldier into him, but they don't even realize he's back there. So right now, the server depopulation squad, they just finally get a soldier up there, but actually Wireless Fox drops. Not sure why that happens, but really bad luck there because that was a nice little defensive tactic. They had the moves. They definitely had the moves, but now it's just Mythical left, and as much TF2 as he plays, I don't think he's going to be able to hold off against like 4 people. He does take a jump in, and no, Insomniac was completely ready for that, laid sticky traps on the point, and there you have it. A very fast round, 3.5 minutes from the server depopulation squad. And now, of course, they will be on defense. Not sure why Haruki decided to... Is he really going to go spy for defense? Okay, so yes, they got a really good time, which is awesome. Server Depopulation Squad are feeling pretty good about their time right now. And they've got an engineer, so they should be able to defend that point. But this is a little weird. We'll see what kind of watch he's using. He is using the Cloak and Dagger, so this could be another one of those Valen moments. If you don't remember, a season or two ago in, I think, the Intermediate Grand Championships, so like one of the final matches in the season for Intermediate, Valen was playing on the Dinosaurs, and he ran a Cloak and Dagger Spy. And he was just watching the entire enemy team. They got the cap on A, and then he ran in and stabbed him in the back. It was one of the most amazing moments I'd ever seen in TF2, because you never see a defensive spy do that well. So we'll see. I'm interested. I'm very interested. Haruki is going to be sitting here watching people walk right by him, and they, of course, will not be able to see him at all. We can see him because, you know, we're spectators. You can see the little shadow. But right now, nobody's coming out here. Okay, there is finally a scout who's going to go for this. And Haruki's just like, yeah, you can't find me. Whatever. Nobody's going to bump into me or anything. He's watching them right now. But this strat, in some sense, it does depend on your enemies trying to go through C or trying to go through the B connector. Right now, I don't think they're doing that. They have Wireless Fox just sitting here. Where are the enemies attacking from? They are coming around the side. And they've actually already damaged the sentry? Where is the sentry right now? Yeah, sentry's down. B's getting capped, and so this spy is almost completely useless. We see that the defenders are able to hold things off for the moment, but they lost their med. And so that suicide play from Hard to Kill that we actually managed to catch like none of. Plus, then we completely missed the spy. I think the spy died there as well. All of a sudden, Server Depopulation Squad, despite their really good time, are in a little bit of trouble because their enemies could very easily cap B right now. There's nothing they can do about it. There is an uber advantage for Hard to Kill. So this is like the worst camera work I've ever done, literally. Normally a spy play is really interesting, but this time around they were just playing a really boring spy who was giving a lot of information. And it didn't work. The defensive spy did not work at all, as far as I can tell. Now Wireless Fox is taking a lot of damage, but does manage to kite that just enough to not have to pop the Uber, and that is a really important thing for Hard to Kill. Keeping the med with the Uber means they can push on to C and should be able to actually cap this with plenty of time to spare. They're getting B capped right now, and this is looking really good. Hard to Kill. They knew they had to pull something out there, and what they pulled out was a two-pronged attack to B that managed to catch their opponents by surprise. I don't think that would have worked in Intermediate or Invite, but it worked now. Wireless Fox just now popping the Uber with 12 health left. And it's difficult to enunciate things properly when I'm trying to talk this fast, but I will do it as the Uber is just now over. Wireless Fox trying to keep the heals on the team for as long as possible as the rest of the team does take down a lot of members of the Server Depopulation Squad. All they have to do is get a couple players up here onto point C, and there's really nobody left to defend it. One soldier jumps up, but he gets taken down, knocks a soldier off the point, but it doesn't even matter. That's the quickest, possibly the quickest round, or one of them that I've ever seen, like a 2-minute round there from Hard to Kill Gaming. And I got to apologize once again. That was like the worst camera work I've ever done, at least in recent memory. Let's look and think. Oh, okay. Now this is probably just some weirdness. They are probably going to have a Demo Man. I'm assuming Demo Man's pretty cool. However, there is a defensive sniper now. Shootist on the sniper. Meanwhile, Haruki on the heavy, and they do still have an engineer.
Mission begins in 30
I'm assuming
seconds.
the heavy... No, the heavy's going to point A. This is kind of weird, especially because it's so hard to hide a player properly. Like, people are going to check these places. You know, they're going to walk up here and let's see. If you're a scout, you walk up here, you actually can't see the heavy, but scouts will most of the time like take a look in here and they will check it out. So they're going to have to deal at the very least with a fat scout, probably with like a full-blown heavy. Shootist, meanwhile, is watching. So they're really going for point A right now. They've got a sticky trap above the door. They've got Shootist watching, and he's probably going to end up hitting a spy with the Dead Ringer, I think. Spots a couple players coming out. No, he doesn't hit anybody right now, and he's going to have to back away. This is actually really bad. Doesn't want to lose a player right now. Meanwhile, where is the heavy weapons guy? Haruki sitting here waiting. And he does, in fact, yep, scout check there exactly. That is a perfect play from Jav. It's what you got to do. You check things. So, yeah. All of a sudden, things look really good right now for Hard to Kill. They got one kill. Haruki not able to stop the point. He delayed it with his lots of HP for a little while. But you do see Mythical jumping in, trying to force an Uber on London Calling. Not able to do that just yet, but right now I think some high ground is held by Hard to Kill. Not able to do a lot with that. Shootist, meanwhile, is going to take a... okay, was going to take a jump. Now the spy goes down. He was actually going for a destruction on that sentry, but it's not going to happen. Or, you know, maybe just a backstab on the med. And once again, the spy is not working very well this game. So it looks like they need to take some tips from Stabby, maybe, or Hay, or any one of those other Highlander spies who's just so amazing. And right now, things are looking decent. Solid defensive setup on B, but I've said that before, and then all of a sudden, like, a big attack comes in, and they're just not prepared. So we'll see where the preparation actually works. They do see where the blue team is coming from. So they've spotted both soldiers, the demo, and the medic. They don't really know where the scouts are yet. And that's going to be the one question they should be asking themselves. Sentry is doing a little bit of damage right now. It does take down Rast, so already one scout is gone. Lambert using that Frontier Justice and repairing his sentry a little bit there too with the wrench. However, the Uber does come in. This Uber, not really all that well advised, but by this time their medic was already down on the ground. They just want to try and take down the sentry, which they have done. Mythical goes down though, and all of a sudden everybody from Hard to Kill Gaming is retreating. They are in some trouble. Server Depopulation Squad with a very good defense. Lambert gets a nice kill with the Frontier Justice. I love that weapon. I use it all the time in pubs because every time I drop a mini sentry, it gets like 1 assist, and then I can run around and crit people to death. And it makes people so mad. It's like the most troll. It's one of the most trolly loadouts. I don't think it's the most trollish loadout anymore. But Hard to Kill got their medic away. Rast was going for another kill there with his spy. Meanwhile, there is just non-stop action here as the Uber is building for Wireless Fox. They're going to have an Uber much sooner than London Calling because they popped it so much earlier and then forced the Uber out of London, which actually sounds kind of like a World War II meme now that I think about it. But no, don't worry about it. It does seem like Hard to Kill is pushing in towards the roof. They've got to take roof control away from the soldier, and they're going to be very careful not to take too many hits from the sentry, but the sentry will go down. Not even worrying about roof control right now, actually, and they're just now able to take down that sentry. Took way too long for them to do that, plus there's still more crits coming out of that Frontier Justice. Fracture taken down, but he did kill London Calling. However, Wireless Fox, the blue med, is now down as well. There might still be an opportunity for Hard to Kill to have a little bit of an Uber advantage because those meds, no, their spawn times are just about the same here. So no, actually there will be no advantage. And Hard to Kill actually seemed pretty easy to kill on that fight. The Server Depopulation Squad, meanwhile, have very successfully set up on defense. And they're going to settle back in for another attack. They've this is such a standard Gravelpit defense, so there's really not a lot of metagame shift going on right now, as the sentry in the Enigma Shadow here is pretty well positioned to cover both entrances from C. Like the range of it just barely missing these scouts, but you see when they start trying to push too close, they will take a lot of damage from the gun.
The control point is being contested.
And now Wireless Fox, why did he drop down here? I don't know, but he's at 30 health right now, and he's taking so much spam damage from the high ground. You do see that Hard to Kill Gaming, they shouldn't even drop their med down there. He did manage to get away, but the red team is going to be able to perch themselves wherever they want, deal more damage. Wireless Fox just now getting almost up to his Uber, and he does have a significant advantage here. Built that Uber really fast, and they are going to be pushing in right now, going for the damage. They want to take down the sentry. They want to take down the enemy med if at all possible because they don't want them to get that Uber up, but it's very close right now. London Calling has 90%, and he has not been focused at all, so he is going to get the Uber up unless somebody deals damage right now. He does. He forces the Uber right out of there, just holds down that right click, so as soon as it was ready to go, he got it. Now Jab is going to be able to defend the medic very effectively, but he is the only one left alive right now, and there you go. It is just that med. And as many needles as he has loaded up right now, it's not going to be enough. He goes for an Uber Saw hit, though. He gets one, he gets two, and London Calling is just barely... No, my God! Wireless Fox with a ridiculous needle kill on London Calling, evening up the Uber situation again. Destroyed. That was a ridiculous play. Not gonna lie. Rasty getting on the point right now, and he's trying to continue the aggression here as the rest of his team gets some high ground advantage, too. So you do see the sentry getting taken down very effectively by Don't DDoS Me. But now a bunch of kills coming down for Hard to Kill Gaming. So they were able to keep themselves pretty well healed for the most part. They lost their engineer, so the sentry might not come back out again. At this point, if I were Lambert, Lambert the Cowardly Lion, I always forget because I cast this guy like a billion times, and I always forget exactly what the name is supposed to be or what the cartoon is, but I swear it's a lion that was raised by sheep. Right? Yes? No? At least I got that right. Shootist in a nice position here to go after Wireless, and he hits him very, very close to death right now. Once again, Wireless Fox. But this guy seems like an expert at surviving. It's just that while he's trying to be in survival mode, the rest of his team is dying. Mythical taken out. There's a scout here who's going to die. Guarantee it eventually, maybe going to die. He does get a nice kill though. Jab is just ridiculous at the dodges, and Wireless Fox is like, okay, guys, I can't jump. My legs don't know how to jump up there. Help me. But he is bringing the rest of his team in and somehow still staying alive, dodging a lot of damage, finally taken down, explodes into a shower of ectoplasm. And Fracture is going to continue trying to take down and harass that engineer setup. But look at how much time is left in this game. There has been so much time wasted off the clock right now that despite all the good play that we've seen, especially out of Fox, Hard to Kill Gaming is going to have a very difficult time trying to defend this for long enough. Once they successfully capture B and C, they have to defend for the same amount of time because it's stopwatch mode, and I really don't think they're going to be able to do that. Considering how fast their opponents, the server Depop squad, managed to grab that point in the first round. Now, I mean, of course, they're warming up, and defense is almost always better in the second round than in the first. You know, it's just like, okay, we know what they're trying now. Oh, Haruki's on the Pyro. He's on the Pyro. We got the Gravelpit Pyro out here right now. I don't think anybody's as good of a Pyro as I've ever seen, like, Bloodsire on the Gravelpit Pyro. But who knows, maybe Haruki will give him a run for his money. Love seeing this Pyro, though. Gravelpit's one of those few maps where you will definitely see, like, every class. And I love seeing it come out. There's a spy out here once again. Please don't DDoS me. Where's he right now? He's sitting on top of this shack, actually, looking at the sentry gun. So he knows exactly where it is, which is actually a pretty big deal. The Hard to Kill Gaming team are going to be able to walk out here, and they know exactly where the sentry is, so they're not going to waste any time trying to focus it down. And they can just start jumping straight in. Although Insomniac is causing some crazy damage here. That Uber, so worthless. Wow. Wow. Although, please don't DDoS me, actually took the entire Uber of his opponent's team as well. I think no, he didn't even actually get hit. And London Calling is taking a lot of damage here. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my words a little bit. But a lot of damage coming down onto server Depop. So London Calling is feeling a little bit pressured. Takes a sticky to the face or to the feet or whatever it was, but that was a lot of damage. He's at 20 health left, trying to cause some damage with the crossbow. Please hit that crossbow. Oh, he didn't hit it. Oh no, London Calling is one of the last people remaining to try and defend, although a scout does come in to save him for the moment, and there is still a sentry gun that is covering the point. And the positioning it's in right now, no, there is not a sentry gun anymore. I was going to say it's useful because anybody who tries to jump directly for the point is going to get taken out. Nice kill by Lambert, once again, using that Frontier Justice. He's gotten so many kills with this sentry. Are you joking? How many revenge crits does he have? He just got 2 revenge crit kills, and he's going to set up another level 1, just a level 1 sentry. And we are now pausing. Okay, so that was like the world's longest pause, quite literally. I think that might have actually set a record. But Lambert's... Oh no, you know what? It didn't, because the pause at I-46 was a lot longer. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be watching these teams get ready to go here as Lambert is trying to set up on defense once again for this 3rd point. And I'm pretty sure this round is already going to the server Depopulation squad. Sounds like Lambert's taking some shots. Oh no, there's a crit screen coming in. All your Frontier Justice crits are not going to save you now. The Engineer is down. Mythical's down too. But with no Engineer, that sentry will die rather quickly as soon as it is spotted out and killed, or shot at. But they've still got to deal with Haruki. They're trying to do that with a Sniper. Sniper's actually a pretty good choice here. Or it could be. But they're going to need the damage, they're going to need the mobility. So... Oh, he saw the medic, but he was just a little bit too late on that. He was trying to wait for a fully charged shot so he could go for that 150 damage body shot, but he got spotted. Oh well. And of course his enemies are looking for a sniper, so obviously they're going to be like checking every door all the time. Sees the Pyro, not able to get that one, and Shootist comes in to try to do a lot of damage. He did a lot of damage, but Wireless Fox almost has the crit screen ready to go again. He's going to try and pop this on Mythical 407. I'm assuming that is his name because he was born in the 7th month of 1940, so he's a very old TF2 player. And this Pyro is shutting down the crit screen for now. Finally, Haruki taken down, and there goes the Engineer as well. A jab, finishing him off with the sniper rifle, but it is just Wireless Fox and Mythical left, a demo and a medic, and they're going to try and deal with this sentry gun, which they do. But the problem is London is actually almost has his Uber up again on his Silver Bot Killer Medigun. So clearly somebody's playing a lot of MVM, which I need to do some of that today too. I think I will. But oh my god! Please don't DDoS me, aka Mangachu. So that was actually Mangachu. If you don't know him, he's played a lot of pickup games in the past. And Lambert is all over the place, killing the med. So trying to shut these things down a little bit, but it doesn't even matter if he gets that kill because the capture is finally set. 10.5 minutes though, not a good round for Hard to Kill Gaming. In fact, it's a very, very, very bad round. In fact, you know what? I haven't even played 6v6 or not 6v6. Wave 666 of Man vs. Machine. Sorry to go back on a tangent here, but I need to play that. And every time I've tried so far, it's given me server errors and I can't connect. And I'm like dying to know exactly how the game plays because I really want to have fun with it, and yet I can't. I'm very, very sad.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I'm being told that I should get ready to be amazed. My stream chat is telling me that this guy gets a 4 kill at some point. So I guess we'll just watch his camera for the entire round. I mean, why not? You know, it's not like anything interesting is going to happen in this game. I'm just kidding. This is a pretty good game. And wait, somebody's streaming this? I bet it's Mangachu actually streaming this. So they're saying that they're watching his stream. That's kind of hilarious.
4, 3, 2.
We will find out though what happens in just a moment. And oh, you know what? This is actually, that's really cute. I like that. Interesting use of the taunt. I was gonna say it looks silly, and it does look silly, but you know, of course, that if you taunt, you temporarily go into a third person, so you can see your own view model taunting. And if you use that the high five taunt that he used, you don't make a lot of noise with the taunt for one, and for two, you can just hold it down for as long as you want to, so you don't have to worry about repeatedly pressing taunt. That's actually a really good way to see around corners without going around the corner yourself. I like it. I had not noticed that before, but that's something you can use in pubs as well if you want to. Shootist. Oh my god, gets a nice little air shot there, but doesn't quite get the kill. So that is going to be Jab finishing him off now. Mangachu jumping in after the demo man. He's going to go for the equalizer, or the escape plan kill. It's not the equalizer anymore. A nice kill there, and he wants the heals from the med. So Med, you gotta help. You gotta help, Med. And there he goes. We've got some lively, spirited chat in my stream chat right now that I might have to take care of because people are silly. But I'm not gonna worry about it for the moment. And hard to kill, holding on to the point for a little while. They've got 9.5 minutes left to hold it, though. That's a long time. It's a very, very long time. And of course, that's if they can't do that, then it just means that each team has won one stopwatch round, and we'll have to watch one more. Are you ready? Are you prepared to sit still for that long and watch another stopwatch round? Because I am. I am. But right now, Mangachu, who we're watching, sitting up on top of the roof, waiting for the enemies to push in. And why aren't they pushing yet? Because they were just getting around in position, so they are trying to take down that sentry, and it will go down very quickly. It was just level 1. Now, the engineer has the Uber popped on him, and that is literally the only thing that he wanted to do there is make sure the NG stayed alive so he could build another sentry gun. And yet, that is not really the optimal use of the Uber, is that sentry, whenever he tries to set it up, another one gets taken down. This scout over here is harassing like crazy and does get the kill, and already Server Depop squad is going insane, taking down a bunch of kills. Now, we do see that Mangachu did indeed get quite a few kills there. He's going to try and get his kill on Lambert as well. Can he get it with the escape plan? No, it's going to be Jab finishing off Lambert. So sorry, Mangachu, we kind of missed it there a little bit, but that's okay. He did manage to help his team out quite a lot there. So Hard to Kill Gaming, they've still got a little glimmer of hope to hold out on this game. Got to hold this point for 8 minutes though, and they don't have a sentry up right now. They're just now getting Rast TSY? Psy? I don't know. They're getting him over here as an NG again. He will be trying to set things up, but I can guarantee you that the blue team really wants to harass that as much as possible. We've got Shootist jumping in already. The sentry's not even up yet. Shootist is going to take some high ground. If he can find that sentry gun or the med. Well, he might go for the med. Oh, does take down Wireless Fox. So that is going to be a huge deal, as now London Calling has a big Uber advantage, and Ricky's going to jump up here. He will continue harassing the sentry. NG goes down as well, so Hard to Kill Gaming are slowly falling apart here, which is kind of expected on defense on Gravelpit. You know, you're never going to be able to defend for that long unless there's just a huge skill discrepancy between the teams, or unless one of the teams just has a really bad round for whatever reason. Right now, Hard to Kill are having a little bit of trouble, but nice sticky trap by Mythical takes down Shootist right away. A good entry pick, and now a second one. The medic is down as well, so things are actually looking pretty good for Hard to Kill. Everybody dying over there, and it's just one soldier left. He does manage to get the kill on Mangachu, but he then dies himself. Jab is finishing off so many players right now with that scatter gun. And is going to take the high ground once again. Yes, you can get up there as a scout. It's actually fairly easy to do. Frag vid E. What is that? I don't even know. These guys are trash talking each other a little bit. But Lambert comes out as the offensive sniper and takes down Mythical, the demo man, right away. Jab is now killed as well. So this is starting to look like a lot better offense. Nice kill with that AWP from Lambert. He's going to go for some more. He does get a hit on Wireless, but Wireless is actually going to get away from that.
Our control point.
It's just the rest of his team will be able to push in and very easily cap point B now. 6.5 minutes, well, almost 6 minutes left in this round, and we are going to see our blue team start trying to get forward. At the very least, they're going to try and hold this so they can guarantee a capture on B, which is what they want to do. And it's Insomniac is laying the sticks down. But actually, the Uber comes in to try and stop this. I think Hard to Kill realized they need to buy a lot more time here on point B, and they're going to do just that. They bring out a lot of players, getting 3-4 kills in a row. It is just Haruki and Shootist left alive. And that was actually a really good move, pulling out the heavy weapons guy, bringing in that Uber. I think it completely surprised the server depopulation squad. Now what they need to do is make sure they've maintained their Uber advantage, and they are just resetting their defense here. Lambert's coming up on the sniper once again. We'll see if he can't get a kill or two here. It's going to be extremely important for them to suicide a couple players and to get the kills. And no, in fact, they are going to bring a heavy weapons guy out. So I think they would just, they're going to do an off Uber push. They've decided this is their right choice. So server depopulation squad pushing out with the 0 Uber right now. They want to get out here before Wireless Fox has his Uber ready to go. They're going to have to deal with a heavy weapons guy though, and with a sentry that sounds like it's already at level 2. Might be level 3. No, it's just level 1, my bad. So it's actually going to be an easier sentry to take down than most. Damage coming in right now from Insomniac, a lot of pills, but they're mostly missing their target actually. Heavy weapons guy versus heavy weapons guy, and there you go, the Uber is just now popped for Hard to Kill, but it's actually almost ready to go for London Calling, and he could pop this any time, and he does pop it straight on top of his heavy, keeping that heavy alive for quite a while, and he is going to flash the Demo Man, no problem. So Hard to Kill definitely losing this. They had to pop their Uber way too early there. Nice kill by Rast, but oh, that pill almost hit him. And Insomniac, he's not finished here. No, actually, he is finished. He realizes somebody could kill him through that doorway. Oh, I wanted him to follow the engineer, but oh well. Probably wouldn't work out for him. So that was a pretty solid defense, and Mangachu still jumping in, trying to continue this defense, going after the med. Got quite a few good hits there, but London Calling still has around 40 health, so shouldn't be easy to kill. In fact, he might just be, dare I say it, hard to kill. There goes Fracture though, getting knocked out of the air by a heavy weapons guy and his big old heavy weapons gun. That's probably the dumbest thing I've said all day. But you know what? I can probably top that, so we'll keep talking. We do have now point B finally captured after something like 5 or 6 minutes, so that took quite a long time. And the server depopulation squad, they've got about 4 minutes left to capture point C, so it's a decent amount of time. It's not like they're feeling that 1 minute crunch yet. But oh, that's gonna go in the video, isn't it? Somebody's making a video of like all the different times I've said the word "but" in a weird voice, and I've done it quite a lot. Anyway, server depopulation squad are gonna be pushing in 2 point C very soon. They've got the Uber ready to go. Are they waiting on a pick? They can't really be waiting on a pick because they don't have a pick class, and so they do see that sticky trap. Not gonna do anything to them. They're trying to take down the sentry gun with the heavy, and that actually doesn't work all that well. If you've ever played a pub, you might know that. The sentry is taken down, but now a lot of blue players are dying. So this defense by Hard to Kill is looking good so far. I thought this round would be over a lot quicker, but you know, if they can win this and hold it out for another 3 minutes, they might actually just win the game right here and keep it at 2 rounds. So we will have to find out. Hard to Kill, though, feeling pretty good about this. Their defense is hard to crack at the moment. Lambert on the sniper though, and if they aren't careful with where they position themselves, they will be very open to getting their heads shot. And you don't want to get your head shot. You just don't. So we'll see. Lambert is going to be pushing in, or at least peeking in. He sees the stickies though, and I think they already realize he's there because of the damage he did and the shots he took. Oh, that soldier's still kind of getting a little aggressive, but nice kill by Mangachu on the pyro. And then he can just retreat out of there and just be like, haha, I just extinguished your sniper. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. That was a cute pyro play, I'm not going to lie. Definitely surprised me. I think it surprised the sniper too. But we'll probably stay on that Lambert cam for a little while longer because he is going to have to continue trying to keep his team alive here. They now only have 2 minutes left to go. They haven't pushed in with an Uber yet. Or, well, they have, but it failed, and they've had to back out. They've got an Uber ready now. We'll have to see if Lambert can keep them alive in this game, because if they win this round, they get to try one more time. One more round to go. A nice kill on the sentry gun from Lambert right now, so that sentry is taken out. Ooh, nice shot on Mangachu, actually, and he is trying to finish off that pyro. Can he do it? Yes, he can, and nobody's really focusing him right now. It's interesting because at like 24 health, you'd think somebody could actually get that kill, but he's walking upstairs. Is anybody going to stop him? He does find the medic, but that Uber is forced. Finally, Lambert goes down, but meanwhile, Ricky is in on top of the defending Demo Man, and I think Hard to Kill with this few players left alive. Oh, what a nice shot from Insomniac. I don't think it's going to happen here. This medic just has to die, and that should be it. But the medic is not dying. Wireless Fox continuing to stay alive for so long and defend that point, and yet C is finally capped. So you do see that Hard to Kill lost that round in the very last minute, though. So that's actually closer than I thought it would be. And we're going to go on to a final round here. Whoa, we're paused. What do you know? Okay, I should probably unpause. And we will watch... Oh, we'll fix that. There we go. We will watch some Team Fortress 2. Match is live in the third quarter? I was going to say third quarter. Third stopwatch round. I don't like that. I don't like calling it the third round, because it's actually more like the fifth round. What do I call it? I mean, third round is okay, but it doesn't seem like an optimal word to use here. Let's go see what the defense is doing. They're probably going to be setting up pretty standard. Pretty standard. Dispenser right in that little corner. Teleporter, and of course we will see the sentry on that ramp. It is a standard spot for the sentry to go on the ramp, at least at the beginning. What you want to do is basically have the sentry up here at level 2 or 3 to discourage jumpers. When they jump, they typically will jump from the short entrance, and they'll jump right up top of here, and that sentry will eat them alive. But then, as the round goes on, you want to grab it and you want to move it backwards, because that way it still covers point C, but it's not as spammable when somebody like drops down from over here and starts trying to attack it. So we'll see whether Rast C lives long enough for that to happen. But Hard to Kill, they want to try and hold out for as long as possible here. They didn't like the first round, and they... No, wait. Yeah, they didn't like the first round, how they got basically creamed on offense, and they just barely managed to defeat their opponents with a faster time. And then in the second round, we had the opposite thing happen altogether. Like, both teams took forever to capture. So I don't think Hard to Kill was really satisfied with either of those rounds, except for the one where they were on offense and got like a 2-minute capture. So now it's up to them to defend first, and they want to make sure that their defense is solid and like, well, solid iron, solid platinum, you know, something that is very difficult to punch through. Even like solid wood, depending on how thick the wood is, it's tough to punch through, I guess, but you'd rather it be even harder than that. Now Shootist is taken down right away, trying to jump into the med, and there you go, Ricky's down as well. So a standard suicide play coming out of the server depopulation squad does fail, but yeah, it's not always a sure thing. So a failed suicide attempt is just kind of like, okay, well, back to square one. I guess we'll try and push him with an Uber. But if they make the mistake of trying for another non-Uber suicide push, that could be a problem. They could be wasting a little bit too much time. They are going to go ahead and go in with a heavy weapons gad push. So this is an interesting one. And I guarantee they're going to bring the med out for that, because you kind of need the medic to flash the Uber to the heavy quite a bit just so we can get into a position where he does a lot of damage. And actually, on this point, it is so easy to kite that. All you have to do as the team is just kind of be like, oh, there's a heavy coming out? Let's just kind of walk away slowly and he won't be able to get in position to shoot us. Nice kill by Jab in midair, and Ricky's down as well already. So Mangachu and, I'm sorry, Mythical and Jab doing their jobs quite effectively. This Uber is popped on Haruki, and this is silly. Like, he's going for the med, trying to force a pop out of him, and that's just not going to happen. Fracture finishes him off there. So, a weird Uber pop, of course, because basically Hard to Kill predicted they were coming out of that door and completely destroyed them right there. So by the time they got in, they only had like 2 players left. The med popped the Uber, and all that was left for him to pop on was a scout. What are you going to do about that? You can't take down the sentry. You can't even push through the sentry's bullets. So that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Hard to Kill, happy about that defense. And they got to be watching out for the sniper, though. And the sniper could very easily do a lot of damage. He's already in position above this door. I don't think anybody realizes he's there. This could be sneaky, sneaky. Oh, somebody sees him, though, I think. Now he has decided to retreat there because he doesn't have a lot of backup and he doesn't want to die. Somebody bringing him some aggression, and he says, no, sir, you can just walk right back out of here. That, I think, was Fracture, actually. And Fracture is down to like 16 health. Grabbing a kit, getting healed up. Lambert's going for the kill on the med, but he's not able to get that. Now he wants to be very careful about how much damage he takes because he is such a weak class as far as HP goes that 1 or 2 rockets will destroy him. He's waiting for somebody to try once again to pop through here. And it's not happening. So his team is wasting a lot of time here waiting for him to get a pick. It's just not coming. They're trying to get some position so that they can push in and deal the damage and take the points, and they're not able to do it. So Lambert is waiting for the rest of his team now at this point to try and make him some room. He's not getting that. Ratsy is down, though, as is the sentry gun. So now Lambert has a little bit more room to maneuver. He's going for the med, but he doesn't manage to get him. And Hard to Kill are finally living up to their name. Lambert and Shootist are down. It's just London Calling and Insomniac, and they are retreating. They were in full retreat. They might try to go for a completely different angle of attack. Although that's tough to do for the med. So they are probably going to have to go upstairs again, unless they decide to go through that A-B connector right over here. I doubt it, because that's not going to make for a very good attack from them. I don't know. Find out. Fracture hopping out here and trying to deal some damage. Rasty is down again, so there's going to be no engineer building a new sentry, which is actually a pretty big deal. Server Depopulation Squad should be feeling happy about that, and they can push in right now. They're going to use the Uber through the door. Pretty standard. They want to find the enemy med, who is going to try... Oh, no, didn't try to kite that. He just went ahead and popped the Uber to save his team. But there goes all the buildings. The Spencer Teleporter, and Fracture is actually down as well. Lambert coming in, trying to deal a bunch of damage, and he will. Looks like most of the players for Hard to Kill are finally going to die here. Can they get the med, though? No. And actually, Hard to Kill holding the point with a scout and a medic. Getting the kills with needles. Well, I don't think there was a needle kill there. Wireless Fox actually seems to be very practiced with them needles. I'm still getting like a bunch of Twitter notifications on my new phone, which I like my new phone, but I probably need to disable that. Jab, though, is going to be ready to walk in here as the heavy and help keep his medic defended. So instead of having a sentry to defend the med and pop people out of the air, they will have the heavy to do just that. You can actually kind of move around a little bit, but he does get taken down very quickly. I mean, that's basically playing the role of the sentry right there. And Fracture's now down as well. Wireless Fox wants to retreat from here, I think. Yeah, you can see him kind of keeping near that door. He's like, okay, well, we don't have enough players alive really to properly defend this. So they're making the call to back away. But Mythical will be able to lay down a bunch of traps wherever he feels like. I mean, this is such a trap-prone room. It's so nasty when you have to deal with these traps here. But no, Mythical's actually not laying traps. He's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and go for damage. Might be a better option. Who knows? And there is an Uber, so Hard to Kill. Oh, they were thinking about going in and trying to stop that cap, but no, this time around, they're just like, yeah, whatever, we did it once. It would be kind of bad form to do it again. It might actually really lose them the round. Here go the traps now from Mythical, so he is going to lay down sticks at random, you know, but pretty standard locations. And just wait for the enemy team to walk into them. Doesn't see anybody over there. But there goes that soldier, and he actually missed an opportunity for a nice kill. He is doing some good damage to the, I think, the Devilman who's sitting inside that room. And Shootist is down once again. You know, when I first saw the names of the team, it was like Server Depopulation, I swear I thought they were Australian. I'm thinking of like Yuki, though, instead of Haruki. And Shootist, for some reason I associated that name with Australia as well. But it's not. It's not. They're all American. Mangachu waiting on defense, though, and he's probably going to go around to the other side, watch for enemies walking in through the flank. He wants to make sure nobody gets in on his med for free. And there is still a sentry up for his team. Sounds like there's some action going on over in, yeah, point B to C. And they are pushing through right now. Here goes the Uber. Bringing in a couple players. Going to take down the sentry gun with sticky bombs. Not going to take too long, is it? Or maybe it will. Actually, it did take quite a bit of time there. And London Calling losing a couple of his teammates now. He doesn't know who to heal. Gonna go for some arrow shots on jab or crossbow. I guess they're called bolts, not arrows. He hit a nice one there on jab, but jab will get the heals from the med and have no problem here. Once again, the engineer's gonna lay a new sentry down, using that jag to try and build just a little bit faster. It's not a lot faster. I think it might be like half a second. But hey, you know, half a second matters sometimes. Lambert once again on the sniper. See if he can get another nice pick and maybe bring his team to victory. But I don't know. I honestly don't know, because if he can't get the picks, it's just going to be such a long time of waiting for his team that they're giving away. Oh, look at that sight he has on the med, though. I think the med realizes it. And yes, med is gone. Lambert not even able to hit the shot on the soldier right now, so they're actually in a really bad way here. They just wasted like 20, 30 seconds waiting for Lambert to get a kill, and it didn't work out. They're now going to be waiting again, because when you have a sniper out like this, you kind of need a pick. And even if you don't, you really need an entry pick, or maybe two, to effectively get in here and not take enough damage. Finally, there is a kill on the engineer. Rasty is down, and so if they can spam out that sentry, that's what they want to do. They still got to be careful about taking too much damage, though. And there goes Mythical. So now, all of a sudden, we're going to see Hard to Kill potentially lose this point. The sentry is still up, dealing a lot of damage, but it will get taken down. Not taking too long there. Takes a lot of attention from the attacking team. We are going to see Rasty coming up again pretty soon. Here goes the Uber from Wireless Fox, keeping his players alive, but there are people on the point now. Haruki coming in behind that heavy and destroying him. And now somebody's got to jump up here and try to kill Haruki. Can they actually do it? I don't see anybody able to jump. And Haruki gets a nice kill on the med. Pyro pops up there and finishes him off. But it is so close right now to getting capped. Anybody could just jump up here. Soldier, whatever. And Rasty's in a very bad position here. I don't like that he's hitting that dispenser. Really should be going for something. Oh, sick kill on London Calling, though. I was thinking he should probably go for the Sentry build, but he's not doing that. He's just continuing to build this dispenser up here. So his team will have a level 3 dispenser to heal up at. That's actually a pretty good healing right there. And I like it. I like the defense. Hard to kill is still proving hard to beat here. And the server depopulation squad have maintained their population, but perhaps not maintained their momentum, as Lambert is once again looking for kills. Does take down Mangachu. And he sees the demo, not able to hit that one that time. But he's the one who's providing all the opportunity for his team to push in right now. Oh, not able to get that demo man, and that demo is a very important pick, because if you can't kill the demo, you're going to take damage as you walk through these choke points. Lambert once again going down underneath. They know he's on sniper though, so they're not really going to provide him too many opportunities to get kills. And Shootist is down once again, after I think just trying to jump in, maybe find the med or something. Lambert is getting so aggressive right now. They don't even realize he's down there though, so he's getting away with it. Goes for a shot on the soldier, and he does hit him, but doesn't kill him. And once again, this med is... Oh, Wireless Fox! Didn't realize Lambert was over there. Nobody called him out. You know, that soldier who got shot by the sniper should have realized where he got shot from, but he didn't look. And there you have it. Lambert gets the kill on the med. So now there's a free Uber. That should be the end of the round. As the Uber comes in here, they need to take down the sentry, but they will. There's a soldier upstairs right now doing a little bit of damage. Not able to do quite enough to finish things off yet. Hard to kill still have 4 players up here on the point. But the medic is walking up with the soldier. There's a scout taking out a bunch of players. Hard to kill, losing so many right now that should end up being the cap. Soldier jumping in, trying to get the kills, and he will get taken down by himself. I'm not sure if anybody dealt any damage to him. Finally! After 10.5 minutes, that is a capture by server depopulation squad. But yeah, it's not a good time. Once again, it's a very easily beatable time. The server depopulation squad will need to do something kind of wacky if they want to hold this off, because their opponents, I think, are going to be ready to go. Got Mangachu on the spy once again. Oh, excuse me. And he's one of the things he's doing right now is as he continues to change back and forth. He's changing to classes just so he can see if there are enemies on those classes. Because if they have, you know, different weapons like the Frontier Justice, then yes. But if you disguise as a completely default class, then it's unlikely. Especially if you disguise as like a default heavy and it's like London Calling, and you're just like, oh yeah, London Calling is not playing heavy. So you know they don't have a heavy at that point, because there's no heavy to choose from for those guys. So Mangachu basically just went through and saw exactly what their loadout was without ever having to have a visual on them. And that is why you see the spy so much. Sentry bonking off that scout's head, and he's just like, what? Come on, guy. Come on. But hard to kill. They don't see any sticky traps right now. So pushing out is going to be no problem to them. They're all going to point A except for the med. The med, Wireless Fox, should be doing a standard thing here, standing right next to the telephone pole. He's going to be making some calls, you know, maybe stealing some electricity. It's a pretty cool thing to do. Hard to kill are going ahead through point C. Every last one of them is going to go for some kind of a suicide play here on the enemy med. If they can get London Calling to force an Uber, this should be an easy round for them. But where is he? Mangachu going for a jump and kind of flubbing it. He is behind a soldier and decides not to go for the soldier. He does force the pop. London Calling didn't realize how much health that soldier had up there, that he was going to die so fast, or he might not have popped that. But he didn't see his own soldier up there. All he saw was an enemy soldier dive-bombing on top of him. So, I mean, from his perspective, that was the right call to make. It was just the rest of his team should probably have communicated exactly where Mangachu was, or should have seen him, or something, because that's going to be that. An Uber force means that H2K gets to walk in here with their own Uber. For 8 full seconds, they get to be invulnerable, and their opponents can do nothing about it. And Soldier taking a lot of damage, though. Is that Shootist again? It's probably Shootist. He likes to walk in and take a lot of damage. No, it's Fracture, actually. I'm sorry. Ricky eating a sticky bomb already. Haruki coming in, trying to do some damage on defense, but he will get taken down. And right now, it is hard to kill's game to lose here. Insomniac trying to force the Uber out of the med, but at the same time, he doesn't really know who he wants to hit there, whether it's going to be the med or the demo man. Doing a lot of damage to Jav, actually, and Jav is very, very close to dying. Wireless Fox eats a roller from Insomniac, so at the very least, he's happy about that. The rollies! That was indeed a rolly play. However, Hard to kill, capture the point anyway. So even though they didn't pop the Uber there and they tried to maintain it, it kind of hurts their push into the third, into C, but it doesn't really hurt them that much. They've got 8 minutes to push C. Insomniac does spot this soldier out there though, and a nice hit with the flare gun. I think Lambert hitting that flare gun expertly. So at this point, Server Depopulation Squad, they've got 8 minutes to defend this, and it's not going to be easy. We'll see if their opponents can actually make their med die or do something. They've got a big advantage right now, and considering the way Wireless Fox is building, that almost has to be a Kritzkrieg. It totally is a Kritzkrieg. I am so good at casting, you have no clue. I'm like the best. Just kidding, the best is probably like DJC. If you've ever watched DJC cast, it's pretty awesome. Mythical, though, is ready to take this crits right now. London Calling is nowhere close to Uber. Crits doing a lot of damage, but actually getting, well, it was getting taken out by Lambert for a little while, but there's still a bunch of crit stickies left to place. It does place quite a few. Not getting any damage, but point C is getting capped right now. Nobody able to stop this except for one lonely soldier, and that is that. A nice pop and a nice kill for the final round there. Hard to kill gaming. Continuing on in the tournament, their opponents getting knocked out. They will not be playing any more Team Fortress 2 this season. So sadly, Server Depopulation Squad, you're out of the tournament, but it doesn't mean that you're out of our hearts here at SalTV. And yet, Hard to Kill Gaming, can they take the season? I don't know. I am excited to see that. Hope you're excited to see it too. But do hit subscribe on youtube.com/fatmop if you haven't done that already and for some reason are still watching this video, which there has to be like one person. And if you are that one person who you watched this whole video all the way through and you weren't subscribed before and you were like, oh, Sal reminded me to subscribe, I'm going to hit subscribe now. If you're that guy, then leave a comment because I want to know if like telling people to subscribe at the end of the video actually has any kind of effect at all. But anyway, see you later.